This is the Talisman 2 series, Dangerous Direction. The story is written by Tammy Reese Frankfurt and the pictures are illustrated by Drew Wilson. Book number 8, Dangerous Direction. So this is our map again. We can see where Zack and Mim have travelled. They started in Zack's village. They've gone through the dark forest, past the gravel quarry, through the gorge in the wild mountains. They've faced the Sphinx. They've been through a sticky situation. And now they're heading around towards Volcano Island. There's a little skull there that says beware. So I think they'll probably have to be careful in this one. Heading round Volcano Island towards the Dark Master's Forge. This is our reading practice. The sound this week is shun. Contents. Chapter 1. Which direction is on page number 1. Chapter 2. Zack has a dream is on page number 3. Chapter 3. The Jewel is on page number 5. Chapter 4, Samson to the Rescue, is on page number 8. And Chapter 5, Will You Forgive Me, is on page number 10. This is our vocabulary for this week. Chapter 1, Which Direction? Mim found their location on the map. There are different ways to reach the sea, she said. Zack did not want a discussion about the different options. He wanted to decide himself. On closer inspection of the map, Zack saw the word beware scribbled along the river. This held a great attraction for Zack. He rolled up the map quickly so Mim could not see it. Well, which direction? Mim asked. Let's follow the river, Zack said without hesitation. He glanced to see her reaction, but Mim was already leading Samson down the path. Chapter 2. Zack has a dream. They walked down the path to the river. Soon they were surrounded by green vegetation. They saw a vine laden with grapes. Mim had a passion for grapes. They ate them greedily. Soon, Zack, Mim and Samson lay sleeping under the vines. Zack had a dream. In his dream he saw the Dark Master. He looked like a magician. The talisman is my possession. I will have it, the Dark Master roared. Then I can destroy all of civilization. Zack woke up with a start. He was afraid of what was waiting for him when he reached his destination. He did not mention his dream to Mim. Chapter 3. The Jewel. Mim and Zack reached the river. Zack spotted a tree that had fallen across it. For Zack, that was an open invitation to run across the log. I challenge you to a duel, he called out to Mim, waving a stick at her. Without any hesitation, Mim agreed. After all, she had to defend her reputation. Madame, with your permission, let's begin a duel, Zack said. They began to fence with their sticks. Samson got bored with their game. He wanted attention. He stamped his hooves in frustration. Mim turned to look at Samson and lost her balance. She fell, as if in slow motion, into the rushing river below. Zack watched as she was swept away by the strong current. He froze in panic. He could not function. Chapter 4. Samson to the Rescue. Samson knew what to do. He galloped down the path along the river and leapt into the water after Mim. She grabbed onto his neck as he swam to the near bank. Samson's actions had saved her. Suddenly, Samson was dragged under. There was a splashing and thrashing in the water. Then, up from the river reared the ugliest mutation Zack had ever seen. Zack looked with revulsion at the Kelpie. Its long claws grabbed Samson and pulled him under. "Zack, save Samson!" Mim cried. Zack held up the talisman and quickly turned into a river dolphin. In a fraction of a second, he dived into the water. Chapter 5. Will you forgive me? The river dolphin bit the kelpie on the neck. Then it dived under and bit its underbelly. The kelpie screamed in pain. Samson swam to the bank. The dolphin flipped and dived, switching from one position to another, above, below, to the side. The kelpie's aggression turned to frustration. He could not catch the slippery dolphin. Tired and defeated, the kelpie sank back into the river in humiliation. The dolphin flipped and danced a little dance of celebration. Mim just had to laugh as she watched him show off like that. Later, Zack said to Mim, "I have a confession to make. I knew this was a dangerous place. It was marked on the map." "Well, your actions nearly killed Samson," she snapped. "Will you both forgive me?" Zack pleaded. "If Samson forgives you, then I will too," Mim said. The end.